The drive back to New York was silent. The Catskills were behind, but Marcus Kane's body lingered. Ethan drove, jaw set, eyes on the slick highway. Claire clutched Marcus's cracked pendant like it was sacred. Riley tapped on his tablet, devoid of sarcasm. Marcus had saved the world, but only briefly. At dawn, they reached a changed city. Streets were wet with no rain. The sky was grey, shadows rippling across the skyline. Streetlights flickered erratically. People walked slowly, heads down. Claire whispered, "It feels wrong." Riley muttered, "The shade left a footprint. Residue is bleeding through. This city is poisoned." Ethan parked the SUV outside his old precinct. It stood empty, windows shattered. He stepped out. "We regroup here." Inside, dust-covered desks. Ethan cleared space, setting weapons on the table, while Claire spread her notes. Riley booted his rig. Ethan spoke. "We stop it here. Whatever's left of the shade, we end it before the city collapses." Riley replied, "That's ambitious. Without Marcus, we are throwing rocks at a hurricane." Claire opened the pendant, revealing a faded, burnt scrap of paper. Ethan took it carefully. Scrawled words were strange, until Riley's eyes widened. "It's coordinates," he said. "These are ley lines intersecting. One is right under Manhattan." Ethan frowned. "So the shade's root is here," Claire whispered. "That's why the city feels rotten." Riley warned, "If they use that intersection, it'll spread coast to coast." Suddenly, the door creaked. They spun, ready to fight. A man entered, tall and broad, with a scar, commanding presence. "Easy," he said. "I'm Daniel Cross. You need me." Ethan froze. "No. You're dead." "You guess not," Daniel replied, smiling humorously. "Wait, Cross? As in, family?" Claire asked. "My brother," Ethan replied. Daniel was a ghost, a soldier in Black Ops. "Officially, he died years ago." "How?" Ethan demanded. "Military doesn't let go of assets." "My death was exaggerated. I had to come back," Daniel explained. "Why help us?" Claire asked. "I've seen this before. I lost good men. I won't lose another city," he replied. Riley raised an eyebrow. "And you just strolled in. I tracked you. You're not hard to find," Daniel smirked. Ethan holstered the gun. "Fine. You're in. But one wrong move, you'll shoot me." "I know the drill," he interrupted. They worked through the night. Riley mapped ley lines beneath Manhattan. Claire catalogued symbols Marcus left behind. Ethan sharpened weapons, though steel felt useless. Daniel assembled military-grade arms. The orders underground, subway tunnels, old sewers, building a nest, Riley said. "Then we burn them out before they peak," Daniel ordered. "Simple doesn't mean easy," Claire replied, frowning. At midnight, they descended. The subways were silent, only dripping water. Symbols glowed on the walls. "Feels like walking inside a throat," Claire whispered. "Keep moving," Ethan muttered. They found a cavern transformed, black stone altars, candles flickering. The order knelt, chanting. At the center, the high priest stood, pulsing energy. Riley whispered, "They salvaged the shard. Through shadowy ascent." The priest thundered. "End this. Now," Daniel whispered. The chaos ensued. Daniel led precise strikes. Ethan fought like a storm, rage unleashed. Claire swung the rune staff, light cutting shadows. Riley hacked systems, disorienting cultists. The high priest remained untouchable as shadows struck Daniel. Ethan dove, but shadows pinned him. Claire screamed as the shard glowed brighter. The shade pushed through, vast and powerful. You cannot stop inevitability, it echoed. Ethan charged the altar and slammed the staff into the shard. The cavern exploded with light and shadow. Shadows shrieked. Daniel fought the priest, ripping off the mask. The shard cracked. The shade clawed at the breach. Ethan drove the staff deeper while Claire channeled her will. Riley detonated explosives to seal exits. Daniel pinned the priest, snarling, back to the grave, as he plunged the knife in.